Hey, what's up? It's a beautiful day here in Altadena, California. Sadly, Eaton fire destroyed a lot of homes here. You can see behind me a lot of people, a lot of devastation. It's been a really rough year for these people. We're here on Highland Avenue. Believe it or not, someone even has a sign outside their house that says looters will be shot. That's just kind of what this community has been going through. It's really sad. But this is also the home of a lot of famous filming locations. One of which is a great film called Apt Pupil, came out in 1998. The movie started filming in 97. It had a lot of setbacks due to various reasons. I think just the content alone is a troubling story, but it's also very famous by Stephen King from his Seasons novel. And yeah, so we're actually here where they shot that film. So we're gonna go and take a look and see. This is the house where Arthur Denker, who's also Kurt Dusander, where he resided and hid out until he was eventually found out by Todd Bowden. Brad Renfro, he's the one who takes on this role. And Renfro is actually a fan of the book itself. So when he learned about it, he got really excited that he landed the role for this film. And I think he did a phenomenal job. A very talented actor. Sadly, he passed away at the age of 25, dealt with a lot of issues, as a lot of young actors dealt with. And can't help but wonder what his career would have looked like if he were still alive today. But just a phenomenal actor. Him alongside Ian McKellen, they both did a wonderful job in this role. So I do wonder what the original film looked like, the one that was partially shot but lost funding. But still, this one, even though it takes a different direction than the book itself, especially with the ending, I still think they did a wonderful job with the ending that they went with. So yeah, I do think this movie is a little underappreciated. I think because of the history and the accusations that went on with it, with production, which is very unfortunate, because I do think Bryan Singer is a fantastic filmmaker. I can't, vouch for his personal life, but the films that he has made, especially this one, really do stand out. And I do think this movie is sometimes often misunderstood. I do know the material is dark, but it is a great film. So yeah, and then down the street right here, we're taking a look. This is the bus stop from the film. You could see it. Obviously, this is where the homeless man, I think his name is Archie, follows Mr. Dusander off the bus. And I think he suspects he might know something bad about him. He doesn't know what. But obviously, that takes a dark turn later on in the film. But yeah, this is the bus stop. It all still matches up pretty well. Thankfully, this did survive the fire. And then, of course, as we continue, this is the liquor store where Mr. Dusander would come and get his liquor. So we do have a nice shot of him going from inside the liquor store outside as he walks along to get on the bus. So yeah, a lot of this, the liquor store is obviously, some of it still matches up, but it looks different in the film. This is what the liquor store looks like on the inside. Now, if my stomach wasn't hurting me, I'd probably pick out one of these. This tequila looks pretty good. So this is Todd's baseball field right here, also in Altadena. There's some shots of him playing baseball, obviously, as he's struggling throughout the film because of all the nightmares he's having from all the stories he's being told. But yeah, he ends up stopping right here. Actually, there's a scene in the movie where he stops right in front of that tree right there, which also survived the fire. But yeah, he stops right there, and that tree still looks pretty much the same, still matches up. He parks his bike right there and looks on at the other teammates who are playing as he's kind of conflicted throughout the course of this story. Here we are now, we're at Todd's school. You can see behind me the building over there. Unfortunately, this whole area got hit really bad with the fire, as you could see. Very devastating. We're going to take a closer look and yeah, see more of the school here, and it's just really heartbreaking to see how much devastation this fire really caused. This is the high school. This is where Todd graduates, and of course Mr. French ends up meeting him over here at these steps here during the graduation ceremony. And at one point he walks up these very steps right here where he meets with Mr. French and has a little talk with the parents briefly. And that's where he kind of realizes there was a bit of a hoax or a charade that went on between Todd and his supposed grandfather, when he realizes that the man that he had met earlier in the film was actually not his grandfather, as you find out when he's talking with the parents. So that later on gets revealed, and he confronts Todd in the film. But yeah, the school still matches up. Unfortunately, this was also a victim from the Eaton fire, so I don't know if they're going to rebuild, but there has been a lot of damage. It's kind of hard to tell from the video and from these pictures, but there's a lot of damage in and around the school, especially the interior of the school. I'm sure they're going to have to do a lot of gutting, but they did shoot a lot of the interiors here as well at the school. And of course the exteriors, like the bell tower and everything, that still made it through the fire, and you could see that lining up right here. Last but not least, here's a photograph. Our friends over at Set Jetter, actually, thank you so much, Robert, for providing this. Just so happened that while I was in the area, he was out here at the house where they filmed Todd's house, and he got me this updated, most recent photo from where they shot the final scene, or at least one of the final scenes, where Todd tells Mr. French he's going to basically ruin his career by spreading rumors about him. Very sinister, especially the way he plays that part and the way he conveys that to Mr. French. It's so sinister and so well done. You could tell he's a lot of that evil from Mr. Dusander has leached off onto Todd. So it kind of shows a reflection there. The way they did that was really well done. So that took place here at this house, which is about 45 miles away from El Tadina, right here. So thank you so much, Robert from Set Jetter, for providing that and for helping with a lot of these locations. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you haven't watched it in a while, go ahead and give Apt Pupil a watch. It's a movie that I hold near and dear to me. A very similar experience growing up as a kid. I grew up on a street with someone who was a Holocaust survivor, and I used to go to his house and listen to a lot of stories about the Holocaust, and this is just something that I still to this day have trouble comprehending. So it's something that has to be remembered, even though this is a pretty dark film. Give it another go, or read the book. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy.